Okay. Okay. Cool. 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 Yep. Yep. Immediate reaction to Bruce Cassidy after 6 seasons with the Boston Bruins being axed is what the fuck, man? After all this buildup and everything, there must have been butting heads. I took 0 notes. I can't even tell you what his record was with the team right now. This is immediate reactions of, what the fuck, man? What is this? We had weeks after the season ended, building up tension, talking about who's on the hot seat. And every time we looked to Cassidy, it just felt like the arrow pointed over to management. It was so hard to blame Cassidy when you kept looking at what he was given and you just gotta go, no. I think we made the playoffs almost every year he was coach. I think we missed, once? Maybe twice? This is how bad my memory is, and I can't think straight right now. Multiple 100-point seasons, I think the majority of them, the guy's a good coach. He'll be snagged up. He'll be a good coach somewhere else. Look, this doesn't sink the franchise. That's not the reaction I'm having. But I'm just so confused. I'm so confused at the timing. I'm just confused as to the reasoning. It felt like everyone was saying the right things to keep him around, right? Like, whose fault is it? Is it Sweeney's? Is it mine? Is it fucking this guy? I don't think so. I think Sweeney had to pull the trigger on something. And I think this is just gut reaction, immediate reaction. I think that they kept talking about where the team needs to go. And they're like, well, maybe we need to sacrifice a little defense. And Cassidy went, well, hey, maybe you could get me someone who can fucking put the puck in the net. And all the boys behind him went, oh! All right, it's as good a guess as any. You come up with your own guesses. That's how I saw it going down. And he just went, you know what? You fired. Gone. We're going to talk about replacement coaches, but I don't even have a bag of tricks to reach into here. Like, what do I say is a good coaching hire? I mean, everyone has this idea of who's a good coach out there. Trotz is out there. Mark Savard, I keep seeing come up. And it would be a great story. It would be a great story. But we don't know if he's going to be a good coach for us. We don't know that. We're just basing it off a guy we like and we think would do the job well. This is scary. This is scary because a bad coaching hire officially closes the window. I'm still going to talk about the injuries and everything else in a few minutes. But you want to talk about closing a window? It's a team that doesn't have a good head coach. That the head coach is pulling them back. We might get some more offense next year, though, which would be top tits. That'd be cool, I guess. What the timing of this? I mean, you want to do it now rather than later, obviously. I mean, the best time was when the season ended. The second best time is now. So that the new guy gets hired and put into place and he has a plan all put together. Here's what's good about this. All right, here's your silver lining for this. The new coach comes in. He's not going to have all his pieces. We have several key pieces that are just injured, recovering, whatever you want to say, rehab, all that. So he gets to implement his system with younger guys and with a good portion of the team. And the guys coming back into it are so good that you don't have to be all that worried because they're going to respond quickly. Next season, to start the season, was going to be rough anyway. Let's see what this guy can do. New message in the room. Really pushes everyone to the next level. I don't have an answer for who I want to be a coach right now. I can't digest this fast enough. We're going to talk about it, but I can't digest that fast enough. I don't even know who's really on the market because it wasn't, who cared? We had Bruce Cassidy. Look, I talked about Bruce Cassidy being on the hot seat 4 months into the season. And everyone, the guys on the Short Shift pod, check us out, guys. It's a pretty good podcast, I think. The guys on the Short Shift were like, man, I think you're overdoing it. Well, guess who was fucking right again? This guy. Yeah, sure, I pulled a 180 by the end of the season, but I'm still going to chalk it up as me being right. Cassidy wasn't perfect. Yeah, he overemphasized defense. And there's a real argument for him not letting the younger guys come in and play. A few of the questions you guys have for the mailbag that'll be coming out Wednesday or Thursday morning, revolved around those young guys. Who are you excited about? How can we get Studnicka really going in the league? What are our options moving forward at center? These are questions that have huge question marks next to them because they affect the team so deeply. And when you throw in having a new coach that maybe is going to have to give some younger guys a look, this could pay dividends. It really could. It also could not. This was Sweeney's last coach firing. For those of you who are like, get Sweeney the fuck out of here. He always had that bullet. He still had that bullet. So, I mean, this was the best. This was the closest you were going to get to Sweeney not being extended. He's still going to be extended. I fucking guarantee that. I mean, I'd be shocked, right? But Cassidy's out. I do not believe they hire from within. I think they'll go out and get a coach. I think they have someone in mind. Otherwise, they wouldn't have fired Cassidy. They definitely have someone in mind. Whether or not they get him, we may never know, but they have someone in mind. You don't fire a coach who has just a ton of success, one game away from a Stanley Cup. You don't fire a guy like that, who the team genuinely liked, for the most part. You don't fire a guy like that without a plan. So the team has a plan, or we're stupid. We're wicked stupid. But I'm going to believe we have a plan. Now, I'm seeing some stuff. Woo! If you're right about this, man, I will give you all the props in the world. But I'm seeing a few messages now that, hey, maybe there were reports of Krejci and Cassidy butting heads. Maybe Cassidy being out means Krejci is coming back. I love you guys. I really do. Fuck out of here. Come on. Come on. That is so... You're that is such a weird angle. I love it, though, because you know I love conspiracy theories. I'm gonna... Sure, fuck it. Bergeron and Krejci both coming back. What does this say about Bergeron? You're firing Bruce Cassidy. Is it because you don't believe he can lead a rebuild and you're about to launch a rebuild because Bergeron's not coming back? Or is it something... Did Bergeron go, hey, I'm coming back, but we need to change the message in the room? Would Bergeron say that? I mean, he certainly has the balls to, but would he? I think there's a lot to discuss here. I want to talk about all of this. I mean, I've already been rambling for almost 8 minutes. What are we doing? I'm so confused. I just wanted to get on here and just talk about this stuff so you guys, for once, could see a real immediate reaction. After the games, I have like 20 minutes to calm down, and I get on, and I'm setting everything up, and I'll talk. I was 8 feet from my computer. I was getting out of the shower. I was naked. Getting out of the shower, looked at my phone, as you do. I'm a millennial. We look at our phone every 30 seconds. And all of a sudden, Andrew's texting, hey, boys, you free to podcast tonight? After we already said tonight wasn't the night. And so I go to Twitter. I'm like, what's he talking about? And the man, Bruce, he's gone! I don't know why I had to give that whole story. I'm going to keep it in, though. I don't know. Holy shit. That was actually my immediate reaction. If you're on the Discord, you saw that. Holy shit. Holy shit. This is crazy. What an offseason. This is going to be a very entertaining offseason for a Bruins fan. Tell you what. One more thing to talk about. All right, let's rattle through a couple other things, too. McAvoy, out until December with a shoulder surgery. Marchand, hips. We talked about that. Out until likely December. Grizz, shoulder. Out until November-ish. And then Riley, ankle. He's got about 3 months. Should be ready come start of season. I don't believe that surgery buffet has anything to do with the firing. I don't think it'll affect Bergeron's decision. I do think the team's going to be worse off to start the year. And someone brought up a really good point to me just the other day, talking about all of these. And, hi, Velma. Are you sniffing at Howler? You sniffing? You going to say hi to everybody? Where you go? Where you go? You want to say hi? You see... hold on. This is Velma. She doesn't like being lifted. Anyway. Okay. I lost my train of thought. Team's gonna be worse, but I was having this conversation, and Knucklepuck brought up to my attention that, hey, didn't the team suck for the first 3 months this past year, too? It's going to force us to play younger guys, which I'm all for right now. It's going to really give us an idea of what we have in this team. And look, let's be honest. If we flounder and we are way below 500 after 3 months without those guys, and I know McAvoy and Marchand and Grizz are all massive losses, but if we can't hold 500 without those guys or close to it, we weren't winning the cup anyway, man. Yeah, they're massive pieces, but you need some sort of depth, some of it, to win you some games. Between Pasternak and Hall and Coyle and Smith, and hopefully Freddie takes a step forward, we're going to have Lindholm and Carlo. I mean, these guys, if they play their game, we can still win plenty of games in the regular season. So let's not be overly concerned about that. Because again, if we go 3 months in and we suck, we weren't winning the cup anyway. Time to tank for Bedard. Let's do it. Also, Bergeron won the Selke, so let's rename that one. Record 5th time, 11th nomination. That's awesome. Good for the guy. I mean, not a lot to say about that because A, Sweeney just wouldn't allow us to enjoy that for more than 24 hours, and B, we all knew he was going to win, but it's awesome. I love that guy, and I hope he resigns. How fast does Sweeney get hired? Sweeney, no. How fast does Cassidy get hired by some team? Like, if I woke up tomorrow and he was hired by a team, I would not be surprised. I would not. Hey, guys, that does it for me. I wanted to spend more time, honestly, talking about, you know, the injuries and stuff, but who cares? Who cares? Hey, Cassidy's out. What the fuck? Still winning the cup next year, though. Go Bills!